In 2022, after the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the alliance had 20,000 troops on high alert. In the summer of 2023, the number was increased to 300,000. A year later, up to 500,000. The countries of the North Atlantic Alliance have implemented plans to prepare for the rapid deployment of hundreds of thousands of troops as soon as possible, the NATO press service said.
Since 2014, NATO has undergone the most significant transformation in our collective defense in a generation. We have put in place the most comprehensive defense plans since the Cold War, with currently more than 500,000 troops at high readiness. Farah Dakhalah, NATO spokesperson, in a comment to CNN.
Some European countries, the Baltic states, Poland, Norway, Sweden and Finland, have introduced compulsory military service because of the growing hybrid threat from Russia. Thus, in Lithuania, compulsory military service was introduced from January 1, 2024. Young men from 18 to 27 years old must serve in the army for 12 months. Conscription is also compulsory in Norway. In April 2024, also presented a long-term defense plan. The government has pledged to double the defense budget and to replenish the Norwegian armed forces with at least 20,000 soldiers and reservists.
We need a defense that is fit for purpose in the emerging security environment, Jonas Gahr Støre, Prime Minister of Norway, in a comment to CNN.
In Sweden, government decided to reintroduce compulsory military service for both men and women in 2017. About 7,000 people were drafted there in 2024, and in 2025 the number will rise to 8,000. Meanwhile, Finland has the highest number of reservists among all NATO countries. In a population of 5.5 million people, more than 900,000 are reservists, 280,000 are ready for immediate response in case of emergency.
And if you look at the capacity of Finland on land, capacity of Sweden and in the air and sea, and the capacity of Norway in general, I don't see the direction of Putin going towards the Baltic Sea at all. What we need to do now, and I follow the words of Secretary General Stoltenberg, is that the more we support Ukraine now, the sooner we can end the war.
On July 21st, American B-52 bombers made a training flight over northern Finland. This was reported on the website of the U.S. Air Force in Europe. According to the Norwegian newspaper, the Barents Observer, the planes came close to the Kola Peninsula. This is where the Russian missile submarines are stationed, and also the Alanya airfield, from which the Russian strategic bombers regularly take off to launch missile strikes against Ukraine.
No one will let Russia enter a single meter of territory on NATO's eastern flank, because they have seen how Russia is dealing with the civilian population in Bucha, how they are destroying residential buildings with aircraft and with 3-ton aerial bombs, how they are dropping bombs on civilian infrastructure, on the Ohmedit hospital and so on. All of this is a reaction, a response to Russia's provocations, to its escalation of the situation, to its raising the stakes, to its actions.
Earlier, the head of NATO's military committee, Bob Breyer, said that the alliance countries were prepared for a potential direct confrontation with Russia. He added that Moscow has ways to exert influence in the Arctic, the Western Atlantic Ocean, Africa and the Mediterranean. Therefore, it is not only on the eastern flank that NATO's defenses need to be strengthened. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Христина Домбровська, UATV News.